A sea of green.
Our findings are that we're getting distressingly high amounts of total nitrogen coming out of the Bellozane outflow, which are between 4 and 6 times the permitted levels.
Claims that islanders have been misled as to the real reason for this glut of sea lettuce on our shores. There are distressingly high levels of nitrogen being pumped into the sea around Jersey. That's the findings of an environmental campaign group who've been doing their own research into the sea lettuce problem along the south coast. They also claim the states have known this all along and not shared the information until requested to. Emma Chambers has more.
We were testing out there from the outflow, took loads of tests and discovered that the total nitrogen loads were very high, and this is one of the problems with the sea lettuce. We finally got hold of some states data, and we find here as well that they're well over the legal limit.
Which is on average 4 to 6 times the amounts there should be. It's led campaign group Save Our Shoreline to believe the smelly green blanket along the beach was fed by here, Jersey's sewage works. They've been doing their own water testing at the Bellozane outflows, but have now learnt the states already had the figures.
No one would give us any data, and we actually had to have freedom of information requests in the end. However, we found out very recently that the tests have been done. The data have just been squashed or hidden.
Which hasn't been welcomed by business owners nearby, who've had to adapt their opening times to make up for the lack of trade from the beach. Jules has been told by the authorities it wasn't the sewage works but nitrates from France to blame.
Angry, actually. I feel we've been deceived, and the other thing is it's made me mistrust governmental departments enormously. I can't tell you how many tourists have asked what is this green stuff. I've been trying to explain it. I've been giving them the government line, which I now discover is actually a bit of a lie, so I feel embarrassed about that.
But the minister responsible says they've always been honest and transparent.
We know the levels of nitrates coming into the bay. We know the levels of nitrates that are coming from the Bay of St Malo. Our regulator, the Department of Environment, actually test on a weekly basis. So the data's there. We've known about this. We know what levels are going in. They are at safe levels. We'd like them to be lower, and the new sewage treatment works will actually provide lower levels.
But with another 3 years before this has all been replaced, will there be more sea lettuce grown from our own waste? Emma Chambers, BBC Channel Islands News, Jersey.